You've seen it before many times, but you've never truly paid attention. You notice her sitting across from you, relaxed, calm, maybe scrolling her phone or casually glancing around the room. And then in one quiet, almost imperceptible moment, she crosses her legs. Something inside you shifts, almost without your awareness. It's subtle, it's silent, and yet you feel it. You can't explain it, and you certainly can't label it. But you know that tension has just appeared. Most men glance over it and dismiss it entirely. They think it means nothing. Just comfort. They say, just habit, they assume, just coincidence. But what if it's not? What if that single, simple motion carries an entire symphony of emotions, fear, curiosity, desire, defense, even confusion, all wrapped into one fleeting gesture? What if that one small act of crossing her legs is not random at all, but a doorway into her subconscious mind, her unspoken feelings, her internal world reacting to you in real time? Welcome back to Be Feminine, the place where you begin to notice what most people completely overlook. The invisible psychological and emotional signals women give without ever speaking. If you want to understand attraction on a level most men never even consider, stay right here. This could change how you see women forever and how you show up around them in ways you didn't even know were possible. Pay attention carefully, because this is subtle but profoundly revealing. When a woman crosses her legs, most men focus purely on what they can see. They notice the curve of her calf, the direction of her knee, the movement itself, but they never ask the deeper question, why now? Why in this exact moment? Timing matters more than the motion itself. Did it happen when you said something personal? When you leaned in slightly? When the conversation took a turn from casual to emotional? That exact second is where her subconscious is speaking, and you need to hear it. Crossing her legs is not just a posture, it is emotional positioning. At times, it communicates protection, a subtle "I need a boundary here." Sometimes it signals curiosity, a quiet opening of interest. Sometimes it is tension, a momentary balancing of internal conflict. And other times it is attraction mingled with uncertainty. The body reacts first, long before the mind can rationalize anything. Imagine this. You are talking casually, sharing a light story. She's relaxed, smiling, leaning slightly forward. Then you say something more intimate, revealing a personal thought. Almost immediately, she crosses her legs. That is not random. That is not unconscious. That is her nervous system processing your words, your presence, your energy. She's not rejecting you. She's not necessarily inviting you either. She's simply deciding internally, do I feel safe? Do I feel intrigued? Do I feel something unexpected? Most men panic at this point. They think, did I say something wrong? Did I do something off? But the truth is far more complex and far more fascinating. Sometimes a woman crosses her legs not to push you away, but to manage what she feels. Attraction creates vulnerability, and vulnerability triggers protective instinct. She is holding herself together emotionally, not shutting you out physically. Now picture another scenario. She crosses her legs toward you. Her knee points in your direction. Her body still faces you squarely. That is not defense, that is tension. Something inside her is unsettled, charged, and curious. It could be interest, it could be desire, it could be a cocktail of emotions she herself hasn't fully recognized. And here's the essential insight. She may not even consciously understand why she does it. Her body reacts before her mind catches up. This is why men who rely solely on words get confused. Words can be controlled, moderated, or even lied about. But bodies are honest. She might say it's nothing, but her legs, her posture, her energy are telling an entirely different story. Most men never learn this language. They see legs crossed and dismiss it visually, not emotionally. They never pause to ask what changed in that moment, because her body isn't reacting to the chair, it's reacting to you, to the emotional energy, to the invisible currents between you. Here's an uncomfortable truth most men never consider. When a woman crosses her legs during a deepening conversation, it doesn't mean rejection, it doesn't mean agreement, it means internal conflict. And conflict is where attraction lives, quietly simmering beneath the surface. Emotion creates tension, and tension is the invisible thread of connection. Once you start noticing this, you begin to see differently. You stop rushing. You stop assuming. You allow the moment to exist without forcing it. When her legs cross and she still faces you, she is still present. She is still listening. She hasn't left. She hasn't shut down. Her body is simply managing an internal response. That's the crucial difference. Watch closely. Notice how she crosses her legs. Not just that she does it, but how quickly and in which direction. The speed tells you about the emotional trigger. Quick, almost reflexive crossing, something shifted in her internal state. Your tone may have changed. The silence stretched. Her body reacted instantly, not out of boredom, but out of containment. Slow, deliberate crossing, awareness, control, emotional grounding. Direction matters too. Knee away, body turned. Distance, knee toward you, body open. Tension, not rejection. And the uncrossing moment, the real signal amplifier. If she relaxes after a pause, she felt safe. If she relaxes after a shift in conversation, the emotional weight lifted. If she keeps eye contact while slowly crossing her legs toward you, she is present, aware, and interested, carefully controlling her emotional response, but emotionally engaged. Here's something most men miss entirely. Women do not close their bodies around men. They feel nothing for. Indifference looks loose, unstructured. Boredom looks empty, vacant. Tension, on the other hand, looks structured. And structure means something real is happening inside her. Sometimes she crosses her legs not to react, but to generate focus, to sharpen awareness, to heighten the intensity of the moment. That is psychology. That is subtle attraction. Awareness is often the first spark, long before words, long before confession, long before action. So next time you notice her legs crossing, don't ask, is she interested? Ask instead, what changed inside her? What did my presence do? What is she feeling that she hasn't yet put into words? Her body is speaking before her mind can, and once you see that, everything shifts. You stop guessing. You stop misreading. You start understanding a truth most men never notice. A silent language that women have been using all along. And if you want to see more insights like this, actionable strategies for understanding attraction and reading subtle signals, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next deep dive. You're about to start seeing things no one else sees, and it will change how you connect, how you respond, and how you understand women forever.